Natu's side here, but Na'Vi has way more options for how they want to take this one.
Yeah, and we'll see TP into the mid lane already. You know, some just quick wards coming out for a Sweden Strong. Klim, Sani4, just get in that position. You're really good, jump in and then away. And we'll see if he's going to be able to keep that ward, excuse me, if they get the D ward off.
See if they scope him out. I mean, we kind of forgot to mention here that Sweden Strong is also an insane Nature's Prophet player. Like, this is one of the heroes that he first broke through with, I do believe. So this is
Yeah, and we'll be able to see just how they're going to be able to play around this one. If it's going to be this early game pressure, I mean, you can see already that they are getting themselves around. You know, they're trying to jump themselves in. And it looks like, yeah, so they are starting to, you know, like I say, starting to pressure around this mid lane. Whether they want to try and fight this one out, whether they want to try and get aggressive here from the side of Na'Vi, we'll keep an eye on, because both teams, they are fairly grouped up, but there's a really nice cliff ward down already for the Dire.
Yeah, that one's going to allow them to play circles around that bot lane. I'm just annoyed that Sweden Strong got me again, and I know he does that, but like, how often have you fallen for the Ops ward, the blue Ops ward named Sentry ward?
Not that often, but I don't do the D ward and I'm not a support. Respect, gonna be taking a lot of veracity. Gonna be able to try and turn it around to Zayt. Zayt's taking a power shot. Chase down Chira Junior, TP in now as well. Sweden Strong, can he get this kill? He's gonna be able to take down Zayt. A little bit too far forward there on the Chen.
How dare they? And this is just to warn the viewers, by the way. Whenever Zayt is involved, like, Zayt is one of the few players where I actually get to say, like, hey, by the way, I scouted this guy. So I'm very, very biased about him, and I will try to keep myself in check, but if you hear, like, a slapping sound, that's Rob knocking me on the head for being extremely biased.
Yeah, and yeah, I'll try and keep you in check, but to be honest, I run into, well, I'm pretty much Team Spirit fanboy, so you know, the bias. I get it. You know, you're a fan of who you're a fan of, and you know, you can't help it.
I steal from the slow.
Yeah. Sometimes somebody's just your boy.
Yeah, that's it, and that's fine. I think as long as you admit to it, then no issues. And we see Respect taking a lot of harass out of the lane. How do you play this one? Because it is an off-lane Chen, which isn't something that you used to see, and it looks like the wards are coming through as well. So he's actually having to de-ward the Radiant wards around the map. And do you think that you want to try and overwhelm and you'll get aggressive in this off-lane towards the safe laners?
With the Wind Ranger being here, I actually think that Nephrit in a range versus range matchup actually has quite a good time here. All you need to do really is keep Respect busy, and Zayt is definitely annoying him to no end already. As long as you can keep them split up, you don't necessarily have to be near the lane as long as the Phoenix is not near the lane, you know?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see the Chen using the, you know, hopefully he's going to be using these twin gates as well, just to try and, you know, get around the map and, you know, put pressure onto the other lanes as well.
Yeah. And the reason why you especially want to try and do that is because the more pressure you put on top lane, the longer it's going to take for Sweden Strong to start really laying into your other lanes. Keep him busy up there, keep him from rotating and adding that specific Nature's Prophet power, because he's going to be putting levels into the teleportation, and you can waste all those levels if he's just stuck on top lane.
Yeah, and I mean, we'll see if he is going to be getting himself around this map, because Sweden Strong on the, Nature's Prophet anyway, really being able to just jump around the map, like you say, getting the pressure out. The Sprout comes out into Shigetsu now as well. Some pressure being put onto the Lifestealer as he does move himself away. But yeah, Sweden Strong being able to jump around, put that pressure on, like you say. If he can match the pace of the Chen, then this might be, like you say, the Chen might just need to keep him pinned in the lane. Well, the TP behind the lane, though, going to come in onto Malady. Malady's going to try and throw that magic missile. The Sprout comes up, blocks that path. Maybe trying to save the kill for Cloud, but it's going to be Sweden Strong taking it in the end here. Still got a couple of charges onto the right cliffs coming through. Shigetsu, he pops that rage, trying to run himself away, but it's still physical damage onto the Nature's Prophet. Nature's Prophet back behind the tower with the chasing down onto Shigetsu, and Shigetsu looks like he will be able to move himself away.
Yeah, this lane is already starting to turn sour. Unfortunately, you have a great offensive lane here if you can actually lay into your enemies, but you need to... A Lifestealer is a trader, not a killer. And unfortunately, the Nature's Prophet is a better trader than you are.
See, I thought you said traitor at first, and I was like, what? That's a lot to throw onto the Lifestealer.
Yeah. You see, now you actually get to do this, and Shigetsu is still half health after all of that goes down.
And he might be
And
able to
if
chase
you-
down as well onto Swedenstrong. Swedenstrong doesn't have that TP for 5 seconds, and Magic Missile is up to stop it as well.
But he manages to walk his way out of there. But anytime you go for these kills, you're going to come out worse. Anytime you go for just the straight up trades, you're going to come out worse.
Yeah. And
Which is very unfortunate.
Cloud, does he move himself up? And the Sprout comes out as well. Swedenstrong just, I guess, trying to get this neutral as well. The pull away, the damage. So the chase away, Swedenstrong just trying to trade it off. In the lane, Shigetsu, it looks like he's going to go for his phase roots first, but are you predicting him to go for this Orb of Corrosion?
I do think that makes the most out of his synergy with his supports, yeah. But maybe at this point, when you're just trying to survive the lane versus the Timbersaw, that's not enough for you. I'm not sure. I was distracted a little bit by the mid lane, where Melojul really has to put that X mark to good use in order to bottle up, because Cherry Jr., he has been playing these lanes really well today, and he's already quite a bit up over the Kunkka.
Yeah, he's, well, with that ward going down, he's about a third of a level above, and yeah, he's going to be hitting that 6 before Melojul, so we should be seeing these trap pressure, the trap pressure coming out onto the Kunkka, and what he's going to be able to do, bottom lane though, is a lot of pressure onto Respect. Is he going to go down here? It's going to be the instant trade, TP coming in from Swedenstrong, so he will be able to get that kill, and now the win run forward onto Zayat, well, more targets than often. If the Shackle does come through, but no mana on the Wind Ranger, won't really be able to follow up here, Mancusi up against Zayat.
Yep. And now we're going to see if Klim is going to do the exact same thing as they've done before, where they start to bring heroes towards that mid lane on the level 6 and immediately apply as much pressure as possible to the enemy tower. That said, the catapult wave is already here.
Yeah.
It would be pretty hard for them to get their supports into position now.
Well, yeah, we'll see. I think with the Chen on the bottom lane, that Respect, does he really want to leave the Wind Ranger alone under all that pressure?
You can see him thinking about it.
And the Kunk is already moving into the jungle, looking for these stacks. So this might actually be a free lane, or free pressure, yeah. Catapult hasn't been touched on the raid side. Shira Jr. might be able to force a tower in here all on his own.
Yeah, he was already doing some clever moves in order to block up his wave. But the Zayat's army is arriving to town.
Yeah, it does move over. 2 of the Mud Golems. Got the Hurl Boulder as well as the Shard Split. So it looks like Kunk is moving back over now as well. Should be able to clean up that Catapult. Traps are starting to go down. But level 6 onto the Kunkka now as well. So we'll be able to throw out that bow if he feels the need arises.
It's a very clever adaptation from him there. He is off the lane at the time that the TA hits 6 and he doesn't have it yet. He returns after he's got the 6. So even though you have to sacrifice a little bit of farm for that moment, at the very least he is out of the most direct danger now.
Oh, Nefrit though could be in a little bit of danger as there is going to be the power shot coming through. He's already used he just goes for the Cold Embrace. But yeah, he'd already used that Arctic Burn, to just get that extra flying movement. And I was surprised that there was no Icarus dive following up onto a Shackle shot there to maybe try and put some pressure onto him.
It's hard to say, right? If you're a Respect here and you go too deep, there were a lot of enemy heroes and you don't know exactly where they are. And I think especially Melojul is...
Did they get the trade? Oh, they snatch it. Excuse me, Marty just getting the Magic Missile just in time. Swedenstrong tried to get the block there with the Sprout, but Marty was able to break through, had those tangos, has a Quelling Blade on his own, and they get both of the Wisdom Runes here on the side of Na'Vi. Magic Missile. Does he get the kill? One more right click from either side. It might be enough. Who's going to go down? The Blood Grenade. Swedenstrong. He is going to be able to get the kill. Just using his tools to his advantage there.
That was very close, but he's going to be quite happy about that, because otherwise he would have been out of urn charges. Now he has 2. He can rotate again if he wants to.
Yeah, and it's not quite Wisdom Rune XP, but it's still a nice kill after the fact that should get him closer to that level 6 now as well. We see that Mancusi taking some pressure in this lane. Respect, though, trying to get the D1 off. Got to be careful because Zayat is applying pressure here now as well. Respect slowed down. And it looks like the Mud Golem as well as the Ghost. Can they get the kill? It's going to be the TP in once again.
His number.
Yeah, Nature's Prophet. Shackle, though, does it latch? It doesn't. Cold Embrace, the power shot does come through. Still going to be some heals onto Zayat. And now you see that urn going to be used here. And Zayat's will go down. Mancusi gets the kill. Marty just trying to body block against the Wind Ranger, but it looks like even the rotation for Shigetsu is just a little bit too late.
A little bit too late, and that hurts because they would have actually loved to get a grab onto a hero here on the bot lane. Make sure that you can actually trade versus the top because...
What the?
Did he get him?
They did. It shackled to the little
Oh.
tree on the steps here as well. Shigetsu. It stops him from getting through the twin gate, and now Shigetsu trying to turn it around. Sweden Strong going to be slowed down. Magic Missile comes through as well. They have the damage Sweden Strong, and that is going to be a kill here for Nefrit. But it leaves Shigetsu alone on this lane for a little bit longer. Meanwhile, top lane, you've got Cloud. He's just applying pressure to this tier 1 for free.
For free, but I'm not sure if that gets any less free now that Shigetsu is back down here. I feel like Shigetsu really wanted to get a good grab on the bottom side, get the tower down so that at least you're trading it. Because instead, look at how much damage Cloud is doing to him.
Yeah.
And this was your infest. You get to burst down one more wave here with the infest damage, and then after that you just take the elevator back downstairs as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, he's going to try and chase down Shigetsu, trying to get on top of it, but it's 2 points into the Whirling Death. Chakram coming out there as well, and Shigetsu didn't want to throw out the rage. I mean, the burst damage is so quick from the Timbersaw, he might not even have had the time to get the rage off anyway. And Cloud, like you say, just applying pressure. He is going towards that Veil, so things are only going to get worse here coming up against this Timbersaw.
Exactly. He's got everything he could ever wanted, all of his utility items up. And now, yeah, Zayats is babysitting the top lane. You can see him like waffling back and forth about whether or not he should go, but the problem is that they can't kill the Timbersaw, even with him near. So all he's doing is waiting for the Timbersaw to make the wrong move, and Cloud just refuses.
Yeah, how do you kill the Timbersaw here if you're on the side of Navi? Because you don't have, as far as I can see, you don't have any breaks, you don't have a lot to get through. You know, if Shigetsu tries to step up, how many points? Just the 1 point in the reactive armor, but still, it's still a really beefy, tanky hero to get through.
It is, but the Witchblade and in general the percentage-based damage of the Arctic Burn are going to do a lot of work on this Timbersaw once we get to that.
Okay, and X onto
That
Chira.
said, Nefrit is not long for the world.
No, Nefrit's going to go down, but I'm just looking into this mid lane here. 3 heroes rotating in from Na'Vi. They do get the kill, and Chira Jr. will go down. Sweden Strong, yeah, that TP in, and now he's going to try and get involved with the rest of his teammates in the mid lane, but to jump away from the Phoenix, they don't want to engage. They've lost the mid lane carry, so yeah, they're just going to play it safe behind the tier 1.
Yeah, and as badly as I thought that laning stage was going, Na'Vi haven't had any significant losses yet. They are still holding that top tower, more or less because of the virtue of getting to actually see heroes overall.
The magic missile, yeah,
now?
well, that's one way to get the kill there. The damage starts stepping up there from the Centaur Conqueror. The stuns overlapping with the magic missile. Haunted Wave, it's a lot of damage coming through, and it looks like the Lifestealer was just able to step up and secure it.
That is absolutely excellent news. And now he's going to be flying his armlet, and he's going to be feeling a lot better on this lane. And they might actually have survived this window where Klim Sani4 normally takes down 2 or dare I even say 3 towers. We're not there yet. We're not there yet. But they've certainly fended off the opening blows.
And yeah, you can see that Cloud just trying to come in, get more harass off, and he's doing a lot too. Shigetsu, but Shigetsu going to be able to pop that rage, walk himself away. And then, yeah, stacking up the damage. So Shigetsu building into... Oh, he's changed his mind. He did have... he's changing it back. That Radiance for the Lifestealer. So no Maelstrom, nothing like that. How much do you like the build-up into the Radiance here for the Lifestealer?
It's a little on the slow side, right? It means that there's going to be more burden onto this Kunkka, but Melojule's already got the message. He's got a Blade Mill up, which means that eventually, once you get to that Radiance, not only is it really going to secure your scaling as a hero, but also you're going to get the Mischance Aura, which is really big versus both the Wind Ranger as well as the TA.
Yeah, and for Melojule mid lane, are we expecting the Water Park to be coming out anytime soon?
Yeah, this is a Water Park kind of game. You have 2 damage dealing cores. You are the rock that it's all going to have to be anchored on.
Okay, and yeah, just checking in with the Winter Wyvern as well. Item-wise, it's going to be the Witchblade, so we have a little bit of damage coming out on that. In terms of items after that, though, do you want to build into the full Parasma, or is there something you like for the core Winter Wyvern here?
Hey, the Parasma, if you're having a really good game, the Parasma feels a real flippin' good.
Yeah.
But I'm a little bit worried about how fragile you are in this game, and the Parasma is going to do absolutely nothing for you in that regard.
Okay. Is there like, are we looking Lotuses or a Blade Mail of his own or anything like that to come out?
Not Blade Mail on how little HP he has. It's entirely possible to to just buy a Shivas.
Fair enough. Yeah, being able to
I hate that I'm saying it, but
it is the item of the patch. You know, that teams do seem to want to pick that up wherever they can. So we'll see. Just how he is going to build up, and is that going to be an issue, especially for the offlaner that the Winter Wyvern doesn't have the biggest health pool in the world?
yeah, you're going to remain vulnerable to the magic damage here unless the and upcoming Mage Slayer goes and does a whole bunch of work. But I'm kind of wondering who's even going to build it. Like that, I suppose that's the other option. Like Nefrit builds the Mage Slayer himself.
Yeah, and we'll keep an eye. Are they just going straight into the pit? They're just going straight into the pit. I mean, it makes sense. Look at this. Oh, okay, a lot of them are timing out here, but you have a massive skeleton army coming in. You have the double Dark Troll Summoner. Yeah, why wouldn't you go into Roche? Because Roche, even through the damage, the outputs, he's just going to go down so quick. You've got an Alpha Wolf in there as well, stacking up onto the crits. Yeah, okay, Roshan, they don't even need a Lifestealer.
That's kind of wild.
No way to come back to this. Mid lane?
Yeah, Shigetsu's already on the mid lane.
Trap comes out, slowing him down. He's going to be able to pop that rage. The blink away comes out for Chira Jr. with the way the refraction charges have worked for a while now. That you're not taking any damage. It doesn't matter if you're being right-clicked. You are just able to blink yourself away. And Meljul, is he on the hunt? Because there is still a Phoenix behind enemy lines.
No, I don't think he is. I mean, even if there was a Phoenix there, I'm not entirely sure what they wanted to do with that, unless they thought Na'Vi was not going to TP enforce, but they brought Nefrit in there. And the fact that they get to hold that mid tower because Shigetsu is not needed on bottom is just phenomenal news. Now the tower has been busted open, the situation on the map is equal, and Zayats is going to be marching his minions down the bot lane.
This is gross. This is just straight. Is that 3? He's got 3 of them. What are these spawns, man?
You gotta catch them all, I suppose.
Quite, yeah. Taking like a rare collector's item, and he's getting every single one of them. Yeah, he doesn't even need Pokeballs. He's just got his own Master Ball here to make sure the 100% catch rate. And at least Munkushi has that Maelstrom up, but I don't know how quickly, if he does get put under pressure, he's going to be able to take away these skeletons.
Yeah, that power shot wasn't it yet. At least the cooldown is very short, but
yeah.
They need to be here, and as far as they're concerned, like this Kunkka's not even here. It could be literally just a Chen forcing your rotations to the top lane while Nefrit in the mid.
Yeah, going to be jumped on now as well. Sprout comes out. Power shot will be the Nefrit. The swap for the shield. Is this going to be enough to keep him alive? Sunray's going to be there as well, but the shield's still there, and it looks like it might not be enough to take him down. 130 health left at the end of that. Oh, no commitment to secure the kill. It does mean that Marty saves his life here. Marty could be in a little bit of trouble. Phoenix has those fiery souls coming through. Nefrit with the X-Marks.TP back in. So I wonder if they want to fight this as Zayats just continues his solo push against this tier 2 tower.
He is being so annoying right now.
Yeah.
It's incredible. But yeah, we see there, I think the reason why Nefrit is going to opt for the Mage Slayer as well, because that would make him tanky versus the one form of damage that currently would absolutely destroy him. You're fine in the Cold Embrace as long as there are no magic damage on the enemy team, and spoiler alert, the enemy team has a lot of magic.
Yeah, meanwhile, Shigetsu... Oh, does he get himself away from this? Trying to chase down into Respect. Respect is just going to flap himself away from this one. Fiery Spirit's coming out as well. Lifestealer. He might have the backup of the rest of the team. X marks the spot. Chira Jr. going to be dragged back now. They might be able to get the control. The boat comes through. 3 heroes stack up onto this, and Chira Jr. just disappears.
Yeah, Refraction notoriously bad versus the multiple damage instances of the Torrent.
Yeah, while this is going on, Zayats is playing his own little PvE game in the bottom part of the map, and this is really putting pressure. This is something that Klim Sani4 likes to do to other teams, and Na'Vi, it feels like they've turned their strength into a weakness here, that Klim Sani4 just can't group up early to get that aggression off because they're being pulled in every direction on the map.
And now they make their... This is also the classic from them, right? Cloud takes the top tower, then TPs to whichever location is under siege.
Yeah.
But He is not safe in this game. There's a Winter Wyvern with a Witchblade here. That is a ton of damage.
Yeah, and he's got, what was that, 1 point in the reactive armor. He's got the Shivas out as well, but it's not a whole lot in terms of survivability here for the Timbersaw. So he will be going for the Eternal Shroud. He's got that build up on the way, but it's still going to be a couple of minutes away.
Yeah, and note how defensive this is, by the way, because normally we see the Veil first before that Shiva's Guard comes out. We see people thinking about a Blink Dagger, maybe even after the Veil if they're really feeling it, and Cloud's like, nuh-uh.
Yeah.
He goes straight into the Shivas.
Let's see, he's going to have the build-up. The Supernova does come through now as well. Can they break this one? Rycle's coming out from Zayats. He's just in range. They're going to be able to crack this egg. Zayats will go down in the end. They're even going to be able to clean up his creep army. Melodule, can he get himself away from this one? Cloud with the build-up, the damage coming through here. It's going to be another swap. Do they keep the Kunk alive? This is going to be bonkers if he gets himself away from this one. He is just going to run his little feet away, and Malady will be the sacrificial lamb. As Shigetsu, well, he just wants to be doing a little bit of farming.
Oh, Malady, 2 swaps, 2 saves.
Yeah. Chalk another one up on the board. We need a counter, like a punch hook counter, but it's just going to be the save counter here.
Yeah, well, 2 for 0, nothing to sneeze at. Okay, she's going to take some pot shots at the mid tower. It is down now, but X marks.
He walks himself into the boat, but yeah, this could have been a great bait mate here as Cloud was on the back line, so Melodule is going to go down. He does still have that Aegis, he's going to pop in Cloud, gets himself on top of Zayats now with that amplified damage coming through from the Shivas with the help of the Veil that he now... damage on the Cooker to get the kill, and Cloud, who he doesn't stack the damage to get the kill, and Zayats will be able to get himself away with the chasing now. Malady, slow down, right clicks, he's going to be hexed up as well. Can he get himself away? Was that the piggy pole? It was, so it wasn't an enemy hex. He tried to get the piggy pole off for the extra movement speed, but he couldn't really get himself out of danger.
Yeah, and just like that, it looks like a Klim Sani4 game again, right?
Yeah, and this is the thing, right? The Timbersaw, he's so mobile without a Blink Dagger thanks to the Timber Chain that he gets himself in. And yeah, first item Veil into the Shiva's Guard coming out. It's just such a bonkers item that it used to be like 4th, 5th, 6th item that you pick up. Now, a lot of heroes prioritize it first item.
Doing work for him, but we have to not forget that when Klim Sani4 did this to their previous opponents, they usually weren't actually getting away with things in the meanwhile as well. Whereas this time Shigetsu has his Radiance up, so a lot of tower damage has been dealt by Navi in the meantime. They got their last easy kill onto Nefrit because he was taken out just before the Mage Slayer came out. So all of this is now up, and our next fight is going to be harder for Klim Sani4, I have no doubt.
And the Winter Wyvern going towards the Ags as
And
well.
here.
Oh, the boat! No drag back, no jumping. Just a nice little day out on the water for the boat. So, yeah, is this where you think Navi group up, start to apply pressure back to Klim Sani4, try and take a little bit of this momentum back in their favor?
Yeah, if they got a grab there, certainly. Otherwise, now they're going to be waiting until the Aghanims is finished over on the Kunkka, which is another 500 gold.
Yeah, jump in. Wind Ranger could be in trouble. Munkushi X marks the spot coming out. There is going to be the Sprout here onto the Kunkka. Drag back damage with that Torrent coming through, but they take down Melodule. And now the Shackles... Did they get the kill with the Focus Fire? It looks like Vengeful Spirit. He will fall now. Magic Missile does connect, and Zayats will be able to get the kill onto Munkushi after the fact. And look at this. Cloud chasing down onto Nefrit behind enemy lines. He's already used his ultimate here. Nefrit. Arctic Burn was off. Even Shigetsu run down and killed off Supernova as the fireworks. Klim Sani4 take a really good fight once again. Oh, Cloud might not be done just yet. Where's that Chakram? Zayat's going to try and have to dodge it off, but he's going to be in his path. Slowed down now. Cloud. He's diving tier 3 towers for this. He's got enough mana, surely. One more right click, one more anything. No, he doesn't have it. He doesn't have the mana boots either. He's not going to be able to get that last little bit of Chakram damage onto Zayats. And Zayats throws out the hand and just gets the heal. And it was just so close for that. And I think that was the yeah, so the Ancient Creep getting the buff onto it, and Zayats was able to get himself away.
Yeah, not gonna lie, that was a very questionable fight from Navi. Their positioning before walking into that is absolute ass. They're completely split up versus 3 cores who love to isolate their individual targets and burst them down. They have no boat there because they just use it on the failed attempt onto mid. It's all just a little too like, oh, we got our timing, but we missed it, but we're gonna try to get it anyway. It's like, no. And Klim Sani4 punished them for it harshly, which is exactly the way it should be.
Yeah, and this is, that was, like you said, it was a great, supposedly, item timing's coming out here for the side of Na'Vi, where they were going to be able to set up and maybe take a fight, but just great from Klim Sani4, and this is what they seem to excel at. They've got that team coordination, they pick off targets one by one, they don't leave anyone hanging, and it's really paying off for them. 15-8 and a 5k net worth lead here in the first 22 minutes of the game.
Well, we do have the water park for Gunka now, but now I'm just going to have to, put in brackets as long as Melojule is with the rest of his team.
Yeah, as long as the Kunkka's alive. And he has been caught out a couple of times, so it isn't always a given.
No, it isn't. I mean, it's partially certainly the Kunkka's job to be in the firing line and, put his Superman chest out and be like, all the bullets bounce off of me. But that's also something that's going to really make your scoreline look bad if you're waiting for, say, your life stealer to finish his entire radiance.
Yeah, and he's actually going to go back for the Manta style here as well, just for some extra protection, it looks like.
You were talking about Alchemist in the draft, like he's just playing Alchemist anyway, man.
It's the poor man's Alchemist doing the poor man's Nagasiren impression.
Exactly. I knew you'd catch up on that layer.
Meanwhile, how is Chira Jr. looking? Chira, yeah, he's got the core of his items up. Blink into the Deso, into the Dragonlance, going towards that BKB next. Shards even here for him as well. So this is pretty much what you want. Oh, and I forgot to swap over to the net worth. But looking at the net worth now, it isn't him at the top of the table, but he's still right up at the in terms of the gold. And only about 1,000 gold between him and the top of the table.
And these supports, especially like Sweden Strong, nearly catching up to Nefrit, is not good news for Na'Vi.
No, it ain't great. And you can see, he's just able to move himself around. He's going towards the Ag Scepter here on the Prophet.
No Wraith Bands, though.
No, that is a shame. I was looking forward to seeing the 5 Wraith Band into the Bloodthorn build.
Like, it's the same as the 5 Bracer Clockwork. It just feels like such a... You're keeping it real.
I wonder if...
Very manly build.
Na'Vi setting up on the smokes. They're waiting for Roshan to come through. 20 seconds. Oh, Klim Sani4. Can they do this? Do they have the time to take it down? I mean, it does take them a few seconds to walk through the Twin Gate. But yeah. They've got the minus armor, they've got the reduction, they've got the damage. Focus fire coming out now as well. And it looks like Na'Vi, they have to come through this Twin Gate. They have to try and contest this one. Munkushi on the back of the pit. Just trying to do the right-click damage onto Roshan. Roshan, the water park might start now as well. But look at this. Cloud on the back lines. He dives in. He gets a whirling death of the Chakram. And the Venge is almost nearly dead now as well. The Winter's Curse comes out. It's going to be the Aegis still going the way of Munkushi. And the swap comes in. Sweden Strong's going to get really darn low. They might be able to clean up onto this one. They've already got 3 heroes. Aegis is still there on the Wind Ranger though. Cloud, does he want to come back and help out his teammates? It's only the Venge dead on the side of Na'Vi. Shackle won't connect to anything now as well, and there is going to be that infest damage coming out. Munkushi going to try and run himself away from this one. She gets to chasing down back lines. Cloud jumps in, should be able to get the kill onto Nefrit, but the Wind Ranger is going to go down a second time now as well. Cloud, he is on the retreat, not the healthiest boy in the world, can't stop for anything, has to get himself away with his timber chains. Just a little bit of Chakram to push the lane out, but yeah, that was all going okay for Klim Sani4, but Na'Vi figure it out, realize that they aren't going to be able to wait for Roshan to come through the gate, come through themselves, and just collapse on them in the Roche Pit. Great fight for them.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. And that was really scary for them too. They send that one skeleton down bot, realize what's going on, and then they have to send the Kunkka through the gate first. And if anybody has made it to the gate up until that point, you're just teleporting into a trap.
Yeah.
But instead, they just about managed to pull it off. And there you can see that if the side of Na'Vi is actually holding hands together, properly sticking around that Kunkka, it is a lot harder for Klim Sani4 to play this fight how they want it to.
Yeah, and it's going to be a little bit more, again, they've just brought that gold advantage down from the side of Klim Sani4, but what can they do? Oh, there's going to be a chase onto Sweden Strong. Sweden Strong, yep, drops that Winter's Curse, stops the TP, but there's going to be the teleport up in 3 seconds here. Sweden Strong, can he outlast this one? He might actually go down, drops that Sprout, there's going to be the backlines, Melojule rotates in, and they will be able to deal with this Nature's Prophet.
Yeah, but that's your offlaner losing the 1v1 to
yeah.
an enemy support.
And he has his Ags up now as well, so the Shard and the Scepter both up, so get the cooldown, you've got the Entangle on the enemies it hits, and it's going to be up on the duration, so yeah, it is. He didn't have that in the fight, or I guess you'd call it a 1v1 with Nefrit there, and now that will be coming through, so just another power spike here for the Nature's Prophet, and Nefrit's still going towards his.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure he's going to have it before his before our next tangle. Though
Yeah.
Zayac has actually leapfrogged Sweden strong now.
Okay, okay. And net worth-wise, what's it going to be? It's going to be the pipe coming out, so he's just waiting on that Ring of Tarask. About 1,000 gold away. Big increase on the cost of that. So,
Yeah,
um,
huge.
we'll see if he's going to get it now, because jump
Everybody
in,
collapsing top.
Nefrit! Yeah, they come in, they set up now. The silence is going to be here. The damage, even through the Hand of God, Nefrit's still going to go down on this one. And they might be able to go into Zayac. There is going to be the Supernova coming through. Just trying to push here as well as she gets to. He's trying to make a beeline towards this one, but won't be able to break this particular egg. Now, might chase down onto Cloud, but Cloud, he's already got that disengage, it looks like. And yeah, with no way to really slow him down. No open wounds just yet for the Lifestealer. He wasn't going to be able to catch up to that Timbersaw.
Yeah, and well, that makes me wrong. Definitely no Aghanim Scepter just yet for the Winter Wyvern.
She gets through with a chase down, but Respect has that Glimmer Cape and would have been able to Icarus dive away if he was in danger. So, looking at this game, 18 to 12. Item-wise, is there any big timings we should be looking at for either team?
This Aghanim Scepter from the Lifestealer is going to do a lot of work. This is not just about, you know, the Lifestealer be healing himself or dodging damage, but this is about healing his teammates. And you can actually get 2 of those out as long as the fight drags on long enough. And that burst heal versus heroes like the DA, versus heroes like a Timbersaw, is going to do work. So, big fan of him going for that.
Yeah, and yeah, you can't outrun you if you're being attacked from inside. And we'll see the range increase on that as well. You know, it is a really nice extra little bit of jump. You know, it's not just point blank, or you need to close the gap, get inside it, or, you know, use it on one of your teammates if they need safety. You can jump from a far distance.
Yep. It's actually pretty surprising from time to time. And now here she gets it, yeah. She's just going to eat this tower.
And Trap comes out, slows down onto the Conquer, but there's not going to be any fault from this. While this is going on, though, Kushi is trying to split this wave, you know, push the top lane, and maybe just try and take some pressure off the mid lane and the rest of his teammates.
Yeah, and at some point I think that top lane is going to take up a lot of attention from... I'm trying to see if anybody could buy the BOTs, but that's really not in the cards for anybody. So yeah, Zayac is going to just have to micro his Black Dragon here and deal with the split push.
And let's see, Chen. The Greaves are nice. Obviously, extra heals coming out from that. Like you say, he's going to be going towards that pipe. And the Hand of God as well. So he's got a lot of utility. He's got a lot of sustain for his teammates. But do you think this is where they see him? He's a 1300 health Chen. That maybe Klim Sight see all these auras, all this utility, and just say, you know what? Yeah, Zayac is going to be the first person we pick off in these fights.
I think he definitely should be. I mean, the only problem with going on to Zayac in, like, numbers is the fact that you set yourself up for a good return from Nefrit.
Yeah.
But he should be one of the targets for sure, and all 3 of the cores of Klim Sanj can take him down individually.
Yeah. And how's it looking? Daedalus coming up for Chira, so yeah, just wanted to stack up more and more right-click damage.
He's got his kit at the ready. He is, I don't want to say as dangerous as he's going to be. Certainly that level 20 coming up is going to be very powerful as well.
Okay, and yeah, Shigetsu just continues to farm up. He's got this armlet going here, and neither side really in a desperate attempt to make a move, you know, to move to objectives. Zayac is pushing the lane, but yeah, it's not an overwhelming push from either side just yet.
Okay, they're prodding, they're fishing a little bit. Chira's on that top line, pushing harder than the Black Dragon can handle, so Mellow Jewel has made his way over now. And we're actually coming in force. They blinked. Well, they got the bot tower still, but nonetheless, Navi blinked.
Yeah, Shackles comes through, but the Rage is going to be there now as well. Focus Fire chasing down is going to be the swap out from onto Shigetsu. Damage coming through. Did they get the kill onto Malady? Malady, that shield does wear down almost immediately, and Cloud will be able to pick up the kill now. And can he get Lifestealer away? Cloud wants to jump in. Shackle won't latch onto anything. He does get the jump into the Nature's Prophet. Back lines, though. Zayac will fall down, and this is going to be sweet and strong. Surely he doesn't survive through this one. The TP away Shigetsu, do they have any way to stop this one? He's going to be able to get himself out of there, and the Supernova, it doesn't proc in time.
It does not. It's very funny seeing Sweden Strong Ogre Seal Totem himself back into his own team.
Yeah.
Make sure that Shigetsu has the worst possible place to get out. But yeah, once the the Focus Fire is over, it is not easy to take him down anymore. That, honestly, I think Navi I don't want to say got away with that one, but certainly better than they should have. Like, as soon as Sani4 knows that there's people on the top lane.
Yeah, lockdown, the damage coming through. Molecules, they get the damage, they stack it up, they take him down. And Na'Vi, again, 11k behind here. Not feeling like they're taking the horse by the reins in this first game.
No, and it's really the power of these 3 individual cores that allows Sani4 to do this. Like, wherever they meet 2 of them up, they have enough damage to take somebody down. The question used to be is if they have enough lockdown, but we've got that Vladimir at the ready. We've got Sweden Strong coming in with the Sprout. We've got the traps fully leveled up from the Templar Assassin with the Silence as well. So they have a lot more options than they used to.
Yeah, and it's just, it is overwhelming. Well, not overwhelming, but it feels like Sani4, they know exactly where to push these advantages, right? And we've got the Nature's Prophet going towards Hex now as well. That's going to really help up if he can get it off before the Rage comes out for Shigetsu. When Kushi takes down a mid tower. And this dive in, this is just proper cheeky from Cloud. You know, the blink into the Whirling Death while he's got the Timber Chain going after the blink.
Yep. And I think one of the things that we haven't really paid attention to yet is the fact that the Aghanim Scepter for the Vengeful Spirit has been greatly slowed down. Like, she was having a decent game, so she's got some utility items here. She's got the drums at the ready, she's got the Vlads at the ready. But at some point you need the Aghanim Scepter in order to actually start to be the full hero that you were drafted for, right?
Yeah.
Like, this is one of the things, you coming back after death, still having all your auras. That's what you're buying the auras for. But if you just swap to save somebody and you die with all the auras on you, what good's it gonna do? So I think that's one of the problems that Na'Vi have right now.
Oh, to be fine. There's going to be the Icarus dive away straight into the Supernova as well. Cloud, he's going to try and play Bodyguard here but you're going to be able to break that egg quickly and routinely. Backlines jump in. Can they get the damage in Cloud? I mean, that's the one hero you probably don't want to hit with the Winter's Curse. He will survive through it. Jump in as well. She gets to the Focus Fire. The Glenmere lockdown. They've got the damage. They've got the kill. They take him down. He's gone for 80 seconds, and it's the buyback from the Phoenix now as well. The Water Park will start, but it looks like Na'Vi just using it to cover their escape. Phoenix, the damage coming through. Haunting Wave, he gets that dive in now as well. He's going to be able to scout out. Can he follow up onto this one? Trap comes out. There is going to be the Blade Mail, but the Shackle here onto the Kunkka, and the damage from everybody. It's going to be more than enough to get the kill. 2 heroes dead, 2 big cores dead as well. And now, are they going to be able to try and push down a lane into this tier 2 in the bottom lane? Or, you know, what is it? Roshan's up. That's exactly what they want.
I can't believe that Shackle didn't actually latch onto Zayas there as well. Like, really had it out for that tree.
Yeah, and that's kind of the thing, right? The shackles, people can put guides up, people can say, oh yeah, this is the angles if you're at this distance and that distance, but it really is truly a mystery of the ages what that shackle wants to, you know, it acts on its own.
Yeah, like some people just have the Lord's favor and others don't, and it's as simple as that.
And yeah, I'm putting that down to you. Your bias again for Zayats is it's shone through in the game and protected him from attack.
I see. I'm his guardian angel.
Pressure.
He's like a duck.
Do ducks have guardian angels?
I don't know, but things certainly tend to slip off of them.
Yeah, fair enough. Water specifically. Rolls off there.
There's a lot of what ducks have to do. I don't know where that came from, man. Please let me.
We'll move on. We'll swiftly move
Thank
on
you.
from that. Yeah. We'll talk about the Templar Assassin going into a Hex of his own because he's already got that Daedalus pretty much completed, waiting for the courier to deliver it.
Yep. That is all of your damage sort, and I think in general, we have seen how well Vincere is on top of the damage curve here. At the very least, well, it's not a full Aghanim Scepter, but at least we get the Bouncing Magic Missile formality.
Yeah.
It's something.
This is, yeah, that's what, like you were talking about before, that he needs to get towards that Aghanim Scepter as quickly as possible, because the entire thing about the hero is, you know, he dives in, he's the sacrificial lamb that doesn't actually sacrifice himself. And he's just been delayed and delayed and delayed on that. So 36 minutes in, this is a feels bad for the Venge without an axe. You know what else is a feels bad? Meljul being caught out by 3-4 heroes and just being taken down like that.
And it's the split pressure towards the top lane that's just really been a thorn in Navi's side. And they really thought they were going to be the ones doing that on the bot side with Zayats. But really, like, they have just been returning that gesture in force
Yeah, and Chiro Jr. coming in now, 12 stacks on, the Desolator jump in. Shigetsu's going to be forced to pop that Rage early on. And Chiro Jr., while he has this Aegis, can just carry on doing this, you know? Just carry on, you know, coming in, getting a couple of shots out onto the racks. Munkushi pushing out the mid lane here as well. And the lanes won't push out because you have a Nature's Prophet that if the bottom lane does push, he TPs, he cleans it up, he comes right back to the team. Oh.
Yeah, exactly. You can only push it out with the Chen army so much.
And now... yeah, Cloud just, again, with a little trick, the blink into the Timber Chain, getting themselves away. So they're looking to keep Navi pinned into the base on all 3 lanes, it looks like.
Well, the Nature's Prophet is doing his work on bot. At the very least, you have some split-pushing illusions now from the Lifestealer, but those are not very tanky. You do not have a heart to complete the cosplay with.
No.
He's got himself the MKB instead, which is, of course, very necessary versus the Wind Ranger, but it does you no favors for his magic damage.
We're going to see one of the new neutral items as well for the Wind Ranger. Do you like this item? Because I'm not too sure about it.
Yeah, it's weird.
It is, right?
Isn't it? I mean, I like things that are more conditional. I like things with drawbacks just because it's... sometimes these items are too strong in certain situations, and I feel like with the way that neutral items work, stop me if you've heard me go on this speech before, right? But if the neutral items are like free and random, then they can never be fair.
Yeah.
But if they're not random and not free, then why do we have them?
Yeah, well...
so this is why, like, the neutral items as memes are the best option, because in that way they add something while not being objectionable.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think there's been a few. In fact, there's a few in this patch now as well. They're going to try and make a move onto the Lifesteal. Lifesteal taking a lot of damage. There's going to be the Hand of God coming out really darn early onto this one. But now you have that Wind Range and drag back as well with the Gale. And it looks like they might be able to get the kill into Nefrit. Nefrit trying to get himself away with the BKB. One more right click, though. Respect will be able to take him down. Sweden Strong Sprout comes out. They do have the Hex onto the Kunkka. And now the chase comes through. He's going to pop that BKB. The double shackle this time. It does connect. It leaves Malady locked down. The right click comes through. Chiro Jr. takes down Malady. And again, no Ags. So he is dead. No Ghost for him here. Chiro Jr. stepping up to take down another tier 3 tower in the base.
Yeah, and this is starting to feel really sketchy now for the side of Navi. They've been lacking the damage to clap back for a while now, but the disparity is really starting to show.
Yeah, chase down here. They might be able to pop the Aegis. They will be able to pop the Aegis. That's a good start here. As can they go for any more into this one? Chiro Jr. has those refraction charges. There is a Breathe Fire coming down from the Black Dragon, but this is going to be at least one lane of racks cleaned up. Right clicks come through. Chiro Jr. They take this one. Do these just go straight north, or do they try and split this one out? Because Munkushi pushing in the bottom lane while Cloud goes towards the top lane, looking to put pressure on this second set of racks.
Only one tier 3 left. It's on your bottom side, and Munkushi will happily put another focus fire into that if you'll let him. That's where the fight's going to flow now, but it's hard for me to see a proper out. Malady has not been a factor in this game, but I also gotta say that Nefrit hasn't been one either. We haven't seen any big Winter's Curses. We've mostly seen it overlap with other spells. We haven't really seen the gigantic damage output that you can see from these core Winter Wyverns, where, you know, the Arctic Burn comes in and somebody completely melts. We haven't really seen that contribution either. So what's left is just mostly both Nefrit and Shigetsu going forward. Shigetsu getting swapped out, and then Nefrit dying because he's left out in front.
Yeah, and it's... yeah, no, it is right, the position for Navi. I was a little bit dubious with this Winter Wyvern off-lane pick in the draft, and what actually is his score? 2-7 and 5. So yeah, no real big impact. And like you say, we've not seen the big Winter's Curses. I think the biggest one we saw was on Cloud when he was surrounded by the Treants. And Cloud is just like, cool. Just I shrugged it off. That's literally my bread and butter. Oh, focus fire, Meljul. He's popped that BKB. Does he get himself away from this one? He has that Trickster's Cloak now as well. So we'll be able to walk himself out of that one alive. But it is going to cost him his BKB charge.
At the very least, it buys his team a little bit more time, but I'm looking for, okay, time for what? And I guess it's for this BKB over on Shigetsu. I'm sure he's going to buy out for that, actually.
Yeah.
Sometime pretty soon.
And he, yeah, the gold wise, what do you just get rid of your boots? Because
I mean, where are you going?
yeah, no, true. That's fair enough. I suppose you could put him in his backpack until he gets the Aghanim's Blessing upgrade. And then swap him back in if he needs to. But yeah, for now, there is going to be the swap and Nefrit taking so much damage onto this one. Maldi saving his life. Cloud just diving in. Can they get the damage onto Cloud? Cloud might try and get himself away from this one. Down to the low ground. The boat comes in. There is going to be that drag back now as well. The damage coming through onto Cloud. But Cloud, once again, Timbersaw, they don't have the extra control. He just gets himself down to the low ground, runs himself away. And all of a sudden, all of these spells are for naught. Yeah, they do have the Infest coming out from Shigetsu, but Shigetsu just puts him in just imminent danger here. They get the kill. He does have that buyback if he wants to use it now as well. Zayat's going to be ran away with the rest of his teammates, but look at this one. Zayat's slowed down. The Gil just on the very end of this Gale, and the right click comes through. They have enough, and Shira Jr. cleans him up. Coming through onto the racks. They don't have a lifesteal for 77 seconds. No Chen now as well. They're diving themselves into Nefrit. The focus fire is going to be there as well. It's a double shackle. Can they finish off this kill onto the Maldi swap? Comes out now once again, trying to do what they can. Zayat's does buyback. So does the lifesteal onto this one. They've got that toss up into the onto Cloud, but Cloud is just tanking through all of this now once again, and the damage coming through. Supernova will pop stuns out onto 2 of the 3 heroes. Infest coming out once again. Mancusi running himself away. They've got the lockdown with the Glepnir. They've got the kill. They've got 3. They might even just have the game. GG, well played. Going to be called by Shigetsu.
Yeah, not surprised. I feel like that one was a while in the making still. Like, or already, I should say. Navi, with the harder to execute lineup and clearly falling to that problem. There was a point in the game where I thought it was about to turn. It's like they have